Hello guys, today in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a backend API quickly within 15 to 20 minutes for your application. Okay, so I have logged in here in Back4App with my email, and you can do the same thing. And here you can see I have just selected this starting like current stage of my project and the features what I am going to use as a backend. And after that the feature will be like backend, the database and its functions. So now I will click on next, and here it is asking what is the size of my company. So it is just me. And after that, which category best fits your company. So not anyone, so I will click on other, and now here I will click on finish. And now new app is basically here. After clicking on new app button, and here I will select backend as a service. Okay, and now here I will I'm going to put the name of my app. So the name I'm going to put to test, and I will keep the NoSQL database selected as a default. And now you can see it has created like backend API application here, and it is basically hosted directly on the server. So we just need to add our classes and do some tweaks here. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Okay, so yeah, before that I am going to show you this like database relationship diagram. So there are three classes, or we can say tables. I'm going to create article tag and article category, and it is having like article with article tag, it is having many to many relationship, and with article category and article, it is having one to many. So and this is the like detail of the, or we can say database table details. So I'm going to use that one. So I will create it with clicking here and add class, and here I will put the name. I will start with article category. I will make it public with read and write enabled, and I will click on create class and add columns button, because I need to add columns with its type. And now I'm going to keep, string is already selected over there, so I will name it column as name. Okay, and after that, yeah, this is the required or mandatory field, and default value is going to be blank. So I will just mark it as yes, and then again I will click on add on continue to add the next column, and next column is description. So I will copy the description and I will paste it here, and it is having not required. So I have clicked on add on continue. Sorry, I will click on add on continue button, and after that I have another column with the name author, and it is going to be required column, required field. So I will put the name here, and I will change the type as pointer with the user class. So user class is already created once you will create the app. Okay, and it is required, so I have marked it as yes, and now I will click on add, because now I need not to add more columns. So now you can see columns, column name, name, description and author is here, and you can see star at the side of name and at the side of author. So that means those two columns are required and description is not required. Now I'm going to add the new class, or we can say the table in the database. So I will again click on add class. I will put here the name as article tag. I will make this public with read write permission. Sorry. And here I am going to put it as name here, and here I will just made that required. And now next is author with pointer with the user table. So I will change the type now as pointer with the user table. So user is already selected. Okay, so I will mark it mandatory, and I will click on add. So we have added two classes. You can see in the list here, article category and article tag is coming here. And in article tag you can see the columns what we are expecting to be there, name and other one is author. So now third class is going to be article. So again I will click on add class and I will put it here name and then make it public with read write enabled. And now I will add the column, or we can say property, with the name of title with required field. Okay, now add and continue. And now I will add another column with the name of description with the type string with which is not required. So yeah, so I will now click on add and continue. And now third column is content. So I will copy and paste it here as a content, and I will mark it as required. I will click on add and continue. And now the next thing is pointer with the article category table. So now I will put here pointer with target class is article category. Okay, now I will choose here article category, and now here this is not required field, so I will keep it as no, and I will click on add and continue. And now next column is tags. So I will add tags and put it here tags and with the type as relation. Okay, and with the with table article, this one is article tag with table article tag. And now this is all. And now I will click on add and continue. Okay, now the one last column is remaining, and which is again author with the pointer type is pointer with the user table. So I will select user is already selected, and it is required column, required field, so I will mark it as yes, and I will click on add now, because now I need not to add any more columns. So you can see the columns are created here in the class. So classes are created now, and now I will click on API. And if you want to check for the details like how you can create the API like get, put, post, delete, so you can see this. And you can also use the SDKs for mobile application if you are going to develop that one. And you can also directly get the SDK. So here you can see this. I have clicked on console, and here is the REST, like from where we can check the APIs, REST API. So here I will I will add here class, the endpoint. So my class name is underscore caps user in the database. So I have added endpoint after classes. So make sure that you also add classes, and after that your query. And here I have added, just hit the send query button, and you can see result is currently coming as null. So here I will do here, I will add some query parameters. So I will go to users, and currently you can see there are no users. Okay, in the database you can see currently we don't have any user. So first I will add one user details as a admin user, so that we can access the functions and endpoints and everything. So here I will give it a meaningful username. So here I am going to add Raj, and here I will leave created it as blank. I will add the password for this user, and the next I will add email. raj@yahoo.com, and yeah, that's it. I will click now and add, and you can see user with ID, this is added. Okay, so you can see here I will refresh it, then again you can see, the edit, there is one column in the underscore user table. Okay, so here I will copy this user ID and I will now I will go to uh, I will go to that API console. I will click on console, and here again I need to put the information classes now with underscore user with u caps. It should be similar as the class name, and currently you can see once I hit the send query, then we got one user details what we just created. Okay, so here one thing you can notice, username is coming here, but my email is, the user email is not coming. Okay, so the main reason is that I have not added here run as property as username or ID. Now I will go ahead and add one more user details here. Just I will click on that little plus icon and it will give me the fields where I can edit or add the details. Here I have added my username, and now I will add the password. Okay, and now the email. Okay, yeah, this is done. Now that's it. Now I will click on add button, and you can see user ID, user is created now. So once I will click on again the send button here, send query, then you can see uh, there are two users here coming in the list. Okay, so now I will add the query parameters to filter the user. Okay, so to do that you can follow the same thing, and once I will click on send query, then you can see it is just returning one user details. Okay, and again you can see there is no email ID returning in the response for user. And now I have changed the username, and again you can see the same user is coming but without email ID. So now I'm going to add my username here in run as property, and it is validating the username internally, and now it is allowing me to hit the send query button. So you can see now I'm able to see my email in the response. Okay, now instead of this username I will put the object ID, the unique object ID, and still you can see I'm able to get the email in the response. Okay, so now I am going to remove this query param, and I'll hit the send query, and currently I have entered the object ID in the run as parameter, and you can see for the same object ID I am able to see the email, but for another user I am not able to see the email. So basically this is also validating, response is coming on behalf of the run as param here. Okay, so now I am going to show the same thing to you with the help of Postman, and you can see the same parameter I am using, and I am able to get the response. And now I am changing the username, and you can see it is still coming in the response. So this is going to be the URL, so you can see the URL in the get param, and I will show you from where you can get these details like the URL, the base URL, and all the its like key and values. Okay, so to fetch the value, just need to go to connect under the API, sorry, not connect, API settings, and here you need to click on security settings, and here you can see the application ID at the top. Okay, so I so just copy the required details. So the required details is the REST API key, and to view the REST API key you can click on show key here icon or the URL, and it will display you the API key. And the same thing I have copied from there, and within inside under the header part xparse REST API key I have added its value, the REST API key value. Okay, and application ID at the place of application ID. Okay, so now instead of uh, like passing the query, I'm just going to hit this without any query, and you can see it is returning all the user details. Okay, so currently there are only two users. So now I'm going to show you one example of post API. So you can see here I'm going to post the article category. Okay, and there is no like query string here, so just a simple URL. And here I have like I've already created this object, so according to our class created class. So one thing what you need to take care, like as you know this article category is reference here. So let me go to the class and let me come here in the article category, and you can see here we have here name, description, author. So author is connected with the user, and we have description is not mandatory and name is mandatory thing. And so the rest all columns will be taken care automatically by the system. So now I will add one more row here by doing the post with the Postman. So here I am in the Postman, and you can see here the author object I have created here, and here I have passed it by type pointer, and I have also added the reference class with the class name, and this is the object ID of the user. Okay, so if I will go to user class, then you will see this object. Okay, so I'm here inside this, and yeah, I think it is related to yeah, this zero. Okay, this one, the last one is okay. So it passed the whole details. So if you want to see, like if you're thinking how we can create these things, so you can do just one simple thing. Just go ahead here and just do a select here. Okay, or you can also, instead of doing selecting, you can also like here, after selecting, just go here and select export and export selected row. Okay, if you want to export everything, then just click on export all row. Okay, so and once you will click on export selected row, make sure to choose your JSON. Okay, if you will choose JSON, then only it will give you this format. Okay, so and just you can copy from there and paste it here, and in the exported you will not get two things. So yeah, make sure to add these things like type and class name inside the list object. Okay, so now this is done. Let me add here description. This is the description of news in article category class. Now I'll click on send, and you can see I got the object ID and the response. Okay, so like this you can object like post the data and get it created inside the database. So let me go ahead here and check whether I have new columns, new row added or not. So not in the user class, it is inside the article category class, and you can see yeah, this one, the first row is mine. Okay, so yeah, so you can see here one row is added here from Postman. So basically these are the API which you can integrate with the application or front end. I mean anything, wherever you want to use these API. Okay, so I think you this is pretty much information. So to update any details, so here is the request to update the article tags, and here you can see I have added the object ID after the article tag in the URL which I want to update. So I have changed it from gamer to gamer3, and I will click on send here, and you can see the response has come here with the time stamp of updated at. Okay, and the same thing you can also verify it inside the uh, this article tag class, and you can see the second row is changed as gamer 3. And let me change it again from gamer 3 to something like gaming, and I will hit send again, and again I will go here and refresh the class, and you can see gamer 3 has changed to gaming. So like this you can call any update API. Okay, and now I am going to show you uh, let me create a duplicate of it, and I will show you the delete. I will try to delete the same thing with the same ID. Okay, and yeah, and these things are not required. I will just remove it or mark it as none, so nothing will be passed in the request body. And now I will click on hit the send button, and you can see I got the response is 200 okay with empty uh, array in the response. So this ID should be deleted now. So let me go here and hit the refresh button to see. So now you can see the one row is deleted now, and yeah, this is what we were trying to achieve with the delete API. I hope you will be able to create the API with the help of this video. And yeah, just do let me know in the comment section if you want to know anything more related to this Back4App or anything with which I can help you. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.